Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I was thinking to myself, how am I going to start the first post on this channel? And what will I talk about for everybody? What will my message be? I thought, as it's 2026, the year of the fire horse and authenticity, why not start with the first step towards your pursuit of happiness by sharing mine? Welcome to Spiritus. I'm Alma. I was just thinking about how I got to where I am today and how I changed my life and what's going to happen in the future based on how the world is today and what's happening. So 2026 is really asking us to be authentic, to be who we really are without masking and without forcing things. No pushing something that you're not. Don't over try at everything and try not to be controlling every situation. Just to keep the plates up in the air spinning as we have done for so long, it just isn't going to work anymore. It's just going to tire everybody out. So it's asking you to find your people and your tribe and to build a life that's as close as possible to your authentic self, not just in who you are, but in what you do, what you spend your time doing. So your job, your career should be as close as possible to just being you, your real self, as well as the rest of your life. So you are basically a human being, not just a human doing, as the saying goes. Are you working in a career or job or working on something that actually makes you happy, even on the hard days? Or is it just safe, practical, and pays the bills? Because I stayed somewhere that felt safe for a long time. I worked in insurance as an underwriter, among other roles, and there were parts I genuinely enjoyed in that role. I liked the learning, the teaching, I liked helping people, and those are the things that still light me up to this day. But over time, I started to feel like it was a cage because I could only help people within some very small limits. Then during my pregnancy, things changed. I was told to train my replacement before I had even left or thought about going on maternity leave, and I was told I wasn't coming back to my role. And none of it was right. There were a lot of excuses, and none of them were legitimate or legal at all. And that basically was a real tower moment for me. That's where I realized I wasn't really happy. And so instead of asking, what job should I have? I stopped and I asked something different. I said, what makes me happy? What makes me actually happy? When do I feel like I'm in the zone? When does time just disappear? What do I love doing without forcing it? And when I really listened, the answers were already there. Helping people, supporting them through illness, bringing comfort, making things make sense, and creating connections. And that's what I followed. But I didn't change everything at once. I asked, what's the next step? Basically, there isn't really a completely safe path anymore in life. Things change, jobs change, lives change. So if you're going to put your energy somewhere, it might as well be into something that actually means something to you, that really means something to you. And if this sounds familiar, in whatever way this is showing up in your life, then this is for you. So this is a message for a collective around your pursuit of happiness and what you need to know right now. The first thing coming through is a lot of you already know what needs to change, but you're in this in-between space, not fully moving forward, but not going back either. And this is tied up with something that is already ended. It's gone. But instead of closing that chapter, there's hesitation. This is being stuck in indecision, avoiding the truth. This is being clarified by the chapter is already done. Basically, it's over. It's ended. There's nothing left there. And holding on to it is what's creating the stuck feeling. There is also strong leadership energy as well. This is you stepping into your power, your direction, and your vision. Not waiting, not hesitating, but deciding. And then there's your happiness after you make that decision, your emotional fulfillment. But it only comes after you choose, because your happiness is not on the other side of waiting. It's on the other side of choosing. So you have to choose it. You have to put your happiness first, in whatever way that comes. It's on the other side of choosing. There's also something here about guilt. Feeling like if I choose myself, if I have more, if I'm actually happy, what does that mean for everyone else in my life? And this is what needs to be released by you. You need to let this go. You are not taking anything from anyone by choosing your happiness. Not at all. That's impossible. You're actually just receiving more for yourself, because there's plenty to go around. You're expanding what is possible for you. You're making that choice to expand your options and opportunities. There's also energy around security, building something stable, but from self-respect, not fear. You've been through hard things. You've already overcome really difficult things, and you've gotten past them. You've gotten through them, around them, whatever you needed to do to overcome them. This isn't you starting over. This is you starting from wisdom. So you've learnt those lessons. Now you know better, and you're learning from that and moving forward. Carrying just the lesson, not the weight, not the hard, not the painful, just moving forward, knowing that it's done. And yes, the next chapter might feel new, uncertain, even uncomfortable, but you don't need to have it all figured out to begin. So you've got to just take the first step. Choose the first step. You need to trust yourself enough to move. There's also a strong intuitive energy here. You already know, it's just quieter. It's just a feeling. Something you have to listen a little bit closer to. That inner voice, the nudge that keeps coming back again and again. And you don't have to do it alone. There is support here. Collaboration, people around you. Your greatest power right now is your authenticity. So if you're not sure what lights you up or who you are under the mask, this is where you start. At a time where you won't be interrupted Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Actually, take 3. Why not? There's plenty to go around. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and say to yourself, I set the intention. Say it out loud. I've to find the happiness within me for my greatest good. I set the intention to find the happiness within me for my greatest good. You can ask your higher self or your guides to show you moments where you felt true happiness in your life, when you felt like yourself, when you felt like you were at home in yourself, and just observe what comes up. What do you remember? What feeling do you get? What vision do you get? You can also do this before you sleep. You can ask yourself or your higher self or your guides, show me what I need to see to find myself, and then reflect. What were you doing? Who were you with? Did it feel true? This is where it begins. You were not starting from nothing. You were starting from experience, from wisdom, and from truth. And your happiness is not something you find, it is something you choose. Just remember, you're meeting yourself where you are. You're not starting over, you're just taking a step forward from your lived experience. You're choosing. So take what resonates from this and leave what doesn't. If this was for you, feel free to like or leave a comment. Let me know what's happening, and I hope you enjoy watching my planted aquarium and my chocolate gourami chase each other around the tank. This is a timeless message as well, and I have set the intention that those who need to hear it will hear it. Thanks for listening. Until next time.